if you see on the new PowerPoint, there are some words missing, so we'll quickly go through it again. So the electromagnetic spectrum is a continuous spectrum of waves, which includes the visible spectrum, which means visible light. So we have radio waves, microwaves, infrared waves, visible, UV, X-ray, and gamma rays. And you can see the difference in wavelength and frequency. So as you can see, the decreasing wavelength from radio waves to gamma rays. The longest wavelength is radio, the shortest is gamma rays, as you can see from the diagram, as we mentioned earlier. Then we have the list of decreasing frequencies. So the highest frequency are the gamma waves, and the lowest are the radio waves. As we can see here, there's a higher frequency amongst the gamma waves or gamma rays. So the greatest energy gamma rays have, and the least energy radio waves have. Okay. So here are some common properties. They transfer energy, they will transverse, they have the same speed in a vacuum, they can be reflected, refracted, and diffracted. Now, we just did this question where you had to rearrange the equation. So if everyone now can do the next one. You need to write it in your PowerPoint and hand it back to me, please. And by the way, if you got the other one correct, you can give yourself a tick. Who got this one correct? Without checking it from the other one.
Me.
Who's me?
Fine.
Good. So the next one should be easy, right? So it says calculate the frequency of a light wave of wavelength 0.0007 millimeters with a speed of 300 million meters per second. So what would we do? Anyone? So we have the equation here, speed equals frequency times wavelength. It's asking us to calculate the frequency. First of all, we need to rearrange it. So what does frequency equal? What does frequency equal, guys? Can you guys hear me? Anyone hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Frequency equal speed times wavelength.
Frequency equals speed times wavelength? Don't think so. Frequency equals speed divided by wavelength. Okay, so we have the speed and we have the wavelength. Right, so that's what it would look like. However, we need to make the wavelength into meters, because remember we said that wavelength is always meters. So from millimeters to meters, as you can see, and remember the speed is meters per second. That's why we need the wavelength in meters. So the answer would be this. Or on your calculators, it could be 4.29 times 10 to the power 14 hertz. Okay, right guys, so on your PowerPoint now, there's a fill in the gaps exercise. Okay, so you need to fill that in. And then also, we've got a passage that you need to fill in the gaps as well. So, can I ask you now to complete that I'm going to end the meeting here. You've got about 5 minutes or so. Can you try and complete it? But you must hand it in today. Okay, right. Now, so and Rashid, I'm going to mark you in. Please use the assignment and hand back the PowerPoint. It has the fill in the gaps tasks. So complete that, send it back to me. I'm going to edit the due in date, which should be by today. I'll give you a few hours to do it, okay? But you must give it back to me today, please. Okay, I'm going to end it here. You can all leave. I'll just add,
Mister,
yes.
how I write in the PowerPoint? I can't.
Who's that?